Well, hello and blessings, everyone. This is Lori Ann Spagna with you today. I am going to chat with you briefly about the upcoming 11/11 Master Stargate Portal. So this Master Stargate Portal is known as the Master Stargate Portal because in numerology, it is 11/11. 11 is always a master number, and it is indicative of those of us who are here really choosing to level up in this lifetime in terms of our growth, our progress, our own ascension, our evolution. Those of us who are choosing to become better or best versions of ourselves and live in the new paradigm. So the 11/11 Master Stargate Portal is because 11 as a master number in numerology is the two words that summarize 11 in numerology more than any other numbers is leadership and potential. For it provides the greatest potential for growth, transformation, evolution, and ascension. So when we're looking at 11 as a master number, which corresponds to the month of November and the day 11, we are really looking at the greatest day in a sense of the year for potential to be fulfilled, to grow into or expand into or elevate into or evolve into or even embody more of our greatest potential and fulfill that as part of our roles here on Earth. Now, 11 oftentimes does come with challenges because of all that potential, especially if it's unfulfilled potential. But on the day of an 11/11, it is a day to harness and to really step into alignment, to embody the energies, frequencies, vibrations of your divine potential and to become more of that potential expressed in physical form, to reveal it to yourself through yourself by embodying and basically becoming that so-called better version of yourself where you are fulfilling, living in accordance with your great potential, your highest potentials for reasons for being here. Because again, 11 is potential. Will it be fulfilled or will it not be fulfilled? And 11 is leadership. So it means you are self-leading to really claim your greatest potential and so that you can bring that into the world and express as the leader you are meant to be. That is the potential within the 11/11 Master Stargate Portal. It's just all about the unlimited potentials that are within us. And I mean, 11 is in my numerology, right? It is my numbers in numerology, not my birthday, but my numbers when you look at the sacred numerology are 11/11/11. So this has always been my favorite portal because the potentials that are available to us on this portal day are just, I just can say it over and over again, unlimited. And the thing is, we really don't realize as humans, we just are just barely at the foothills, barely reached the beginnings of starting to harness and claim our greatest potentials within us. Of course, they're stored in the DNA. Of course they are. But it's not just about unlocking that potential from our dormant DNA from within us, because the DNA, even though it's physical, in physical form, it's also etheric, meaning non-physical, that has to be awakened and activated. And we claim that through union with our source, which is aspects of us and higher consciousness, the divine, the infinite. From the non-physical, we bring it in, we anchor it into our bodies and beings, awaken it from within us and our dormant DNA. And as we activate it, we come online, so to speak. We awaken and activate it from within us, and then we're embodying these energies, and then we're expressing it outwardly in the world. So we become the leaders in our world. Now, your role as a leader may just be with your family, perhaps as a parent, or in partnership with your spouse, your partner. It may be at work, in your place of work, as wherever your work is, your workplace. It may be in your local community, wherever or however you interact there. It may be at your local sacred center, whether it's a church or a unity center, or whether it's in a synagogue. Wherever you are showing up in the world, it may be that you are a small business person, a solopreneur, or an entrepreneur, and then it's with your clients and your students. It may be in your own role with your own self, how you lead and guide your own self. But ultimately, all of this is comprised within the 11, because you are the leader in your own life. And yes, with the relationships you have in the world. And it may be with your animals too, because especially if you're a dog lover, dogs are all the canines, and this is true about felines too, but slightly different. They're all teaching about leadership. That is one of the major roles of the feline and canine kingdoms. The lion is the incredible leader, right? We could tie that also into astrology. I could digress here, but the Leo astrologically is about leadership. Okay, I don't want to digress too far, because connections are in everything, everywhere. But this 1111 portal provides for that opportunity to unify through our connection with Source and Self, our own internals, the potentials within us, and to become better leaders. And this is so pivotal, because we're the sacred government. I want you to be, if you're not already on my newsletter, please make sure you are, because I'm about to, and I don't want to go into this here, but I'm about to re-offer the sacred government calls, because we are the new leaders. Those of us who are the people, of the people, for the people, who truly are serving for the greater good of all, and here to make positive contribution in the world. And this 1111 portal, unlike any other portal, is all about that. It's all about us evolving into the leaders we are meant to be, the sacred government for humanity, who is here to anchor in the greater gifts of Source consciousness, and to bring this into the world however we are uniquely meant to be, however we are uniquely meant to do, in whatever ways we are uniquely meant to offer, according to our unique roles, so that we can transform this, pardon my French, please forgive me, shit show that is in the external reality with these false leaders and false authorities who are simply in service to themselves and their own private agendas, right? Because when we unify together on these incredible portal days, which are divine appointments for those of us who are truly on the Ascension, awakening, transformational journey, who truly are heart-centered and care about the world we live in. We care about our animals. We care about humanity. We care about one another. We care about the earth and nature. We care. We deeply care. That's what we're here for. When we unify together during these sacred appointment days, and we come together on these days that are divine callings, we completely transform not only ourselves, but life on earth for the greater good of all. And this is the journey. This is what we're here for. And so I'm inviting you on the 1111 Master Stargate portal to join me. Yes, we will be doing DNA activations. Absolutely. But let me say a little bit else about what we're doing, and I'll put the links below so you can register and join us. These are typically, these are 3 hour, typically they're 3 hours. There's usually about an hour to an hour and a half of teaching. Then there's a break in there. And then there's somewhere an hour to an hour and a half of very deep, intense energy work, which does happen through a meditative process, but it is energy transformation. And Yes, we are activating DNA, absolutely, and you are learning how to activate DNA. But this particular one that's coming up on the 11/11, it is really about awakening our potential by also clearing away what I often refer to as junk in the trunk. This is unconscious self-sabotaging patterns, beliefs, belief systems, fear-based ways of operating, believing, perceiving. Now, if you've followed me at all, you will know that fear, all forms of fear, whether it's, struggles, doubts, or worries, anxieties, frustrations, uncertainties, lack of clarity about your life, but whether it's regarding money, relationships, career, health, all of it, all that fear is stored somewhere in your multidimensional field, your multidimensional being. So it's stored either in parts of the brain identified primarily as the amygdala or the amygdalae. They're organelles in the brain, part of the limbic system. They are also stored in the hippocampus. These are energies stored up there, traumas, faulty beliefs and belief systems, etc. That can be cleared out. By the way, the old paradigm refers to this as ego. It's not ego. It's energy, egoic structure, inertia, accumulated crap that does not serve you anymore. It can be cleared out lovingly, so gracefully, beautifully. It's stuff that's just limiting your brilliant, beautiful, magnificent potential. And it's so beautiful and glorious when we get to clear this stuff out, right? So, okay. Also, it can be stored. A lot of times this stuff is stored literally in the body. It gets accumulated like junk. I call it junk in the trunk. As I said, it can get accumulated in the chakra systems. It can get accumulated in the fascia of the physical body. And it gets accumulated in layers of your multidimensional field. And most people, because they just don't understand all the multidimensional aspects of who we really are, the greater parts of who we are, we don't even realize where that stuff is stored. So a lot of people have been over the years just trying to do, affirmations, which we know they're helpful, but they're not enough. A lot of people will try to do mindset shifting, and that's helpful, but it's not enough. And this kind of energy work that we're talking about, to me, is the solution, because we're not only clearing these things out energetically from, yes, our parts of our brain and our energy field, we're clearing it out not only from our chakras, but even from our fascia, because we're doing it energetically, but we're clearing it out from the multidimensional layers of the greater beings that we are. And we're doing it with and through our connection and unity with our divine source, our creator, God, the infinite, the divine. And this is part of our roles here in God's plan. This is why we're here, to clear away this junk in the trunk, especially in a 9-year 2025, which is all about letting go of the past and all about the transformation of from who we've been to who we're meant to become, which of course is encompassed and comprised within the 11 of our potential. It is also part of Year of the Snake, which is this year is a wood snake. So it is massive transformation. Snake is all about transformation. By the way, as a side note, I am a wood snake. This has been, and I am the birthday 29, which is repeating nines. I'm just sharing a little personal. This has been the most massively transformational year of my entire life, except for perhaps, and man, it's even better. It's been so much better this year. But the 2 years I lived in Maui, when I went through complete transformation to realign from 3D to 5D. But this year it's taken to a whole nother level I just can't even begin to tell you, because how this kind of energy work transforms us is so richly, deeply rewarding. And then we have so much more to offer and contribute in our world. And that is the gift of 11, the gift of the year of the snake, the wood snake, that is all about transformation. And the gift of the number 9 in a 9 year. So a lot of people have been struggling because they're not recognizing the greater gifts of the potentials within them. And this is lying dormant within us. This is waiting for us to really claim. It's ours, guys. It's ours. It's here for us now. The brilliance, the beauty, the magnificence that we're all looking for, the joy, the union with our source. It's within us, and it's more available than ever before. And now is the time. All of the worldly challenges we're facing, health, money, wealth, prosperity, mattering in the world, success, achievement, the goals, dreams, and desires that we have, relationships, all of it is healable and resolvable, but it is something that we need to do from within us, through our unification with Source, and then awakening that potential that is within us, waiting for us to claim. So this is the purpose of this 1111 Master Stargate Portal DNA Activations webinar. And, as I always say, it's not a pill, but you will, of course, get the recording, and you'll be able to work with it. You can do it as often as you like. And just joining us and being there, the energy is just so blissful. We do these transformations without the struggle, without the difficulty, without the hard angles, without the hard stops, without the blocks, because we don't need them, right? They get effortlessly cleared. So we will be working on clearing the stuff out of the amygdalae, the hippocampus, the fascia, the chakra systems, where they accumulate like tartar in teeth when they're not cleared. I say that all the time. It's just junk. You don't need it anymore for where we're going. It's just been blocking and sabotaging you for far too long. And it's not necessary where we're going for the greatness, the brilliance, the magnificence of who we're becoming and how we're going to show up for each other on planet Earth in the years ahead, and how we're going to be stepping up as the leaders from the ground level. This is what it means. The meek shall inherit the earth, because it's us claiming it from within through our own humility, through our own union, and then sharing it in the world. And that is what I'm doing. So please join me. It's 1111 Master Stargate Portal. And of course, you can find the link through my website at lauriespagna.com under the link Speed Activations. And of course, we're going to be doing the DNA activations as well. That's part of it, but it's so much more. You will love it. And it's all on this theme of really stepping into more of our alignment with the divine and embodiment of what we're really here for, and bringing forward and through these sacred energies and awakening our greatest potentials to step into our lives in a whole new way. And it becomes just part of who we are being and how we're showing up in the world, in our lives, and transforming from the inside out to really reveal who we really are and what we're really here for. You will love it. So please join us. Again, I'll put the link below. It's the 1111 Master Stargate Portal. Once you register, you'll also get an opportunity to join me for a VIP after call as well, where you can do private coaching and mentorship and get more clarity with me as well. But that's really reserved for the people who are joining us for the call. So I would love to see you there. I know you will love it. Your animals will love it too. We do include the animals, and we also include our children. They have to be our children, but they're not, someone else's children. And really, we do pass this through the lineages. So it's quite amazing how much we're serving the whole of humanity through this kind of energy work in accordance with God's will. And I use the word God, but really substitute the word for that. That's right for you. Just your unique understanding with your source, your creator, the divinity that you are part of. We are all part of this brilliant, magnificent source that is awakening itself in us and through us during this incredible time of transformation. And it's always just such an honor, and I just love doing these events. So I hope you will join us. It's the last one of the year. There will not be another one for quite some time. So it's the 1111 Master Stargate Portal, awakening and activating your dormant DNA, your greatest potential, your mastery. Of course, we work with the divine and our divine teams in the higher realms. It's at LoriSpagna.com under the Live Events tab. I look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love and truly wishing you your most benevolent best always. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.